Hello and good night. Welcome to another bedtime story. This story is meant to help you sleep or to relax your mind. Try and find a comfortable place, such as your bed or a soft chair. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes now. Try and let go of the day as we begin our tale. Tonight's story is The Songbirds' Lullaby. Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush Gambian village, where giant trees stretched towards the sky and the river sang its own melody, there lived a brilliantly colored songbird. Its feathers shimmered in hues of emerald, sapphire, and crimson, and each morning it perched atop of the largest tree in the village to sing its lullaby of healing. People traveled from far and wide to hear its song, for its melody could soothe pain, mend wounds, and calm troubled hearts. Whenever a villager fell ill, the songbird's voice would bring them back to health. In the village lived Ramu, a curious and adventurous 10-year-old girl who loved the songbird more than anything. She spent hours watching it from beneath the cashew tree, dreaming of the magic in its voice. She also loved listening to Caddy, the village storyteller, who wove tales of spirits, warriors, and also of the evil sorcerer. One evening, as the fire crackled and shadows danced, Ramu asked, "How did the songbird get its magic?" Caddy's eyes twinkled as she spoke. "Long ago, the songbird was gifted its voice by the spirits of the forest. But the forest holds many jealous creatures, and none more dangerous than the evil sorcerer of the forest, a trickster of shadows. It is said that he once tried to steal the songbird's voice, believing he could use it to grow more powerful. But the villagers banished him, and so he vanished into the trees, where we believe he is still waiting for his chance." Ramu shivered, but Caddy only smiled. "But as long as the songbird sings, the village will always be safe." Weeks passed, and Ramu kept visiting the songbird as often as she could, so she could listen to its song. Until one morning, when Ramu went to visit the songbird, but the songbird sat silently upon the cashew's highest branch, its beak open, but no sound escaping. The villagers, who had come to hear its song, started to panic, for the sick they had brought with them could not be healed, and the once happy air of the village turned heavy with fear and sorrow. Ramu felt a chill. What had happened to the bird? It couldn't be. Had the evil sorcerer returned? That night, Ramu lay awake, listening to the soft rustling of leaves. Then she heard it, a whisper, coming from somewhere outside of her hut. "The evil sorcerer of the forest has taken the voice." Heart pounding, Ramu peered out of her hut. She saw a small ball of light, then it vanished. Ramu stepped further outside to investigate, and just as she walked around her hut, she saw a dark shadow slipping through the trees, vanishing into the depths of the forest. The next morning, she told Caddy about what she had heard. The storyteller's expression grew grave. "If the evil sorcerer of the forest has stolen the voice, it will keep it locked away, deep within the woods, where magic twists paths and plays tricks on the mind. No one in the village dared to face the evil sorcerer, but Ramu knew she had to try. "I will find the songbird's voice." When she told her family of her plan, they all protested, but Caddy, who had heard the commotion, walked forwards and placed a hand on Ramu's shoulder. "Then go, child, but be wise, for the evil sorcerer is a master of deception." And so, Ramu gathered some supplies and prepared to set off into the whispering forest. Before leaving, Ramu visited the village elder, an old woman named Bintu, who lived in a hut covered in vines and charms. "You are brave, Ramu, but bravery alone will not defeat the evil sorcerer," Bintu warned. She gave Ramu a woven talisman, its beads carved with ancient symbols. "This will guide you through the forest tricks, but trust not every voice you hear, and beware the things that seem too easy." With her talisman in hand, Ramu set off. She walked for a long time, and the forest grew darker, the trees twisting overhead to block out the sky. The air felt thick with magic, and the sounds of birds and insects faded into silence. Then suddenly, a rustling in the bushes. A sleek tabby cat with eyes like amber stones emerged. It stretched lazily, then regarded Ramu with a knowing look. "You walk a dangerous path, little one," it purred. Ramu hesitated. "A talking cat? Who are you?" she asked. "I am Kumba, and I know the way to the evil sorcerer's cave." "For that is what you seek, isn't it?" the cat said. Ramu was wary, but she remembered Bintu's words. "Why would you help me?" The cat's tail flicked mischievously. "Because I despise the evil sorcerer. He stole something from me long ago." Trusting her instincts, Ramu followed Kumba. The cat led her to a clearing where a small wooden bridge stretched over a shimmering blue-green river. "Step carefully," Kumba warned. Ramu placed her foot on the bridge, but it vanished beneath her. She gasped, falling into the water, except there was no water. She landed on soft sand, the world around her shifting like a dream. The river, the trees, the bridge, it had all been an illusion. "The evil sorcerer's tricks have already begun," Kumba murmured. They pressed on, but the path split into 3 winding trails, each leading into thick, twisting vines. "Which way?" Ramu asked. Kumba's ears flattened. "All 3 are traps, but we must choose." Ramu decided on the left path, but as soon as she stepped forwards, trees erupted from the ground, blocking the way back. From the shadows, whispered echoed, "Turn back or be lost forever." The vines lashed out like snakes, trying to grab Ramu. She dodged and leaped, reaching into her bag. She took out her woven talisman and threw it on the ground. A golden glow spread around her feet, and the whisper screamed and vanished. Kumba purred. "Smart girl." They continued, choosing the middle path this time. But soon, the path faded into a swirling mist. Ramu could barely see her own hands. "Stay close to me," Kumba said. Figures moved in the mist. dark, shifting shapes that whispered Ramu's name. Then a figure stepped forwards. It was Caddy. "Ramu, my child, you must turn back. It is too dangerous." Ramu hesitated, then remembered Bintu's warning. Not everything is as it seems. She grabbed Caddy's arm, and her hand passed right through it. "You're not real," she whispered. The mist shattered like glass, revealing that the path ahead had been yet another illusion. Ramu and Kumba then chose the path on the right, and, at last, they were not bothered along the way. After a long time, they reached a hidden cave, its entrance covered by hanging vines. The air inside smelled of smoke and old magic. "Be careful," Kumba whispered as she crept forwards. Ramu followed her, careful not to make a sound. Inside, at the end of the cave, they found the evil sorcerer, sat upon a throne of twisted roots, his red eyes gleaming in the dark. Around him, whispering shadows curled and shifted. And there, hanging from a chain of silver, was the songbird's stolen voice, a gentle bowl of light, glowing like a trapped star. "Ah, a little girl has come to bargain with me," the evil sorcerer chuckled. "Return the songbird's voice," Ramu demanded. The evil sorcerer laughed, his voice slithering like vines. "Why should I? What will you give me in return?" "Anything," Ramu said without hesitation. The evil sorcerer's eyes gleamed. "If you want that bird's voice back, you must answer my 3 riddles. But if you fail, your voice will be mine forever." Ramu nodded. The evil sorcerer grinned. "Silly girl, you really think you are cleverer than me? Okay then. My first riddle goes like this. I am not alive, yet I grow. I do not have lungs, yet I need air. What am I?" Ramu thought hard, then her eyes widened. "Fire!" The evil sorcerer scowled, then continued with the next riddle. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Having traveled such a long distance, this one wasn't too difficult for Ramu. Footsteps, she said confidently. The sorcerer growled, then said the final riddle. I grow when shared, but shrink when hidden. What am I? This riddle was not easy. Ramu paused for a long moment, and the evil sorcerer grinned. Tick-tock, he said. If you don't answer my riddle soon, I will take your voice. Ramu started to panic slightly. What could it be? She thought about what the sorcerer had said, and then she remembered Caddy's words, and she smiled brightly at the sorcerer. A story! No! The sorcerer shouted. I don't believe it. How could you know all the answers? You must have tricked me somehow. And as he spoke, the cave started to shake. The cave is going to collapse, said Kumba. We must get out of here. Ramu leaped forwards and grabbed the glowing voice. Then she ran, Kumba bounding beside her. As they neared the exit, the evil sorcerer unleashed a storm of vines. But Kumba leaped and slashed them apart with her claws. Together, they raced back towards the village. It took them several hours to journey back to the village. and as Ramu arrived, the village was unusually silent. It was clear that the songbird's missing voice was bringing despair to her people. Ramu ran towards the cashew tree, where the songbird sat woefully. She uncorked the vial, and the voice spiraled into the sky. A bright light illuminated the surroundings. Then it flew right into the songbird's throat, and with a joyful squeak, the songbird began to sing. At first, nobody realized what had happened. Then, the songbird's voice traveled far and wide across the village, healing the sick and easing their troubled hearts. The villagers started gathering at the tree, and they rejoiced at the songbird's renewed voice. That night, the songbird sang a special lullaby just for Ramu. She lay beneath the cashew tree, Kumba curled beside her, knowing she had faced a great darkness and won. Yet the wind still whispered. The evil sorcerer was not truly gone. And so, Ramu promised herself that, should he ever come back, she would be ready. The end. Thank you for listening to this bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed the tale tonight. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more audiobooks and tales to come. Until next time.